Driven human beings are going to always feel like they're behind. They're going to always feel like they're not doing good enough. They're going to always feel like they're not far enough. They're going to always feel like you're losing. Look, winning, this is how it feels. 90% of the time, you're going to feel like you're getting your balls kicked in. All right? 8% of the time, you're going to be confused and you're frustrated. 2% of the time, you actually win. And those moments come and go, and then you're back in the 90%. And that's the reality of a winner's life. People don't understand it. They think it's all about cruising around in a cool car, having a free and happy and easy and go-lucky life. And that's not reality, because true winners are built for the fucking fight. They're built for the battle. They don't find peace and joy and happiness in the win. They find what they're looking for in the fight.
We think that we're working our ass off, working hard. You know, we've been working out hard in the gym for a month, but we haven't seen any results. So we get all down and poopy pants and shit. We studied for 30 minutes for a test, and you didn't do as well as you thought. But now we're sitting there thinking, what am I gonna do? Lose weight, be better at work, study harder? What's the spill of that shit? Every year we go about 2 weeks, and we're done. All I need is a miracle. Well, guess what? That miracle ain't coming. There is no perfect time to start. You gotta start now with changing your life. We're all being tested in life. And guess what? This is one test you can't cheat on. In the military, we have this big old rucksack on the back. Have batteries, water, extra gear. Your extra gear is the shit you're dealing with in life. And the only way to overcome it is for you and you alone to face it. You gotta do your best work when you're least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, guess what you gotta do? You gotta suck it the fuck up and do it. What the fuck do you expect? You're not putting in the work. You have to do more. You gotta stop telling yourself that you're doing enough. In life, it's never enough until you feel this overwhelming feeling of shit, man. I'm outworking the crowd. I'm outworking everybody. I'm doing more. It's not until then, once you get there, that's when you know you've done enough. A confrontation's coming. That confrontation is you versus you. That alarm clock goes off. It's time to get after it. It's to be you and your mind. That's when the demon comes out. Talk to you. Says, hey, go back to sleep. Stay hard. Stay in the fight and get the fuck up.
Machiavelli believes that at the core of the human soul, in the marrow of the psyche, there is a beast, an untamed animal which wants only the satisfaction of its desires. Underneath our superego, underneath this veil of civility, this veneer of righteousness, in fact, we are animals exclusively concerned with the satisfaction of our physical desires. We are beasts with a very, very thin shell of rational morality. Machiavelli suggests that we should become on the outside what we are on the inside, except in such cases when it's inconvenient. If it's convenient to look pious, gentle, kind, and good, well, that's just fine. The important thing is not to be gentle, kind, and good. The important thing is to be ruthless and rapacious and treacherous.
Obsession often comes from anxiety, emotional attachment, feeling like you're missing something. You create situations and scenarios in your head because you're trying to fill in all the blanks yourself. We are wired to seek closure and certainty, so when we don't have all the information about somebody or a situation, we obsess as a way of trying to get the answers ourselves. But unfortunately, overthinking does not bring us clarity. It only amplifies the unknown. The more you obsess, the more you lose perspective of reality. You obsess because you have a need for controlling the situation, and it's not really about them. It's your way of trying to manage your anxiety about it.
The biggest lie told in personal development is this idea of sacrifice. How is it a fucking sacrifice if you're getting a payoff at the end? It's only a sacrifice if there's no payoff. So whatever you're missing, whatever effort you have to put in, whatever you have to endure, that is an investment. That is not a sacrifice. You're missing out on going to a bar with a bunch of drunks, drinking some shitty beer with a bunch of fat bitches, then do that. And then you'll fucking have all these problems your whole life, bro. Or take the time now and say, I'm going to become this and this and this, and realize what the fuck you're going to become and dedicate yourself to it, and eventually you will be that, and nobody else will be. That's how it works, man. You're not missing out on shit. You just feel like you are because your friends think they got one up on you right now, but they don't. The biggest lie told in personal development is this idea of sacrifice. How is it a fucking sacrifice if you're getting a payoff at the end? It's only a sacrifice if there's no payoff.
Just as one must suffer physical pain to build stronger bone and muscle, one must suffer emotional pain to develop greater emotional resilience, a stronger sense of self, increased compassion, and a generally happier life. A good life is not a life without suffering. A good life is a life of meaningful suffering.
It is called aggressive patience. You have to understand that not only is it going to take time, so you have to be patient, but also during the time that you are waiting, you have to be executing day after day after day after day, as if you can will and force this goal into reality. Because when people hear be patient, you know what they hear? Sit in your chair, kick your feet up on the desk, and it'll just happen. That is not how it works. You have to come in, you have to dedicate yourself, you have to execute day after day after day after day at the highest level that you possibly can for as long as you can, and still it's going to take time. You can't outwork the time. It is called aggressive patience. You have to understand.
And a year from now, it's going to happen like that. And who is your future self? 1 year from now, who is it? Just like everyone's out of here, go party Saturday night. They're not willing to sacrifice. I'm like the lone survivor in here. You know? Tonight will be over with too. Tomorrow I'll be stronger for it. Another day will go by. 365 of them happen so fucking fast. Who are you going to be in a year from now? And in a year from now, does that future person hold regret or pride?
The hardest thing in life, guys, isn't doing this stuff. Isn't going past your current levels of comfort. Hitting new levels. Getting knocked in your ass. That's not the hard part of life. The hard part of life is when you don't have the time to do this anymore. And you didn't achieve everything you wanted to do. And you look back on your life knowing there were pockets throughout your existence where you could have applied yourself. Now all that's left is you in a self-arrest, self-paralysis state, thinking, wow, I could have been great. Wow, I could have done something with my life. Now I'm stuck with this shithole of a life I'm in. Think of that. And you're in here hurting, man. And you're wondering, how do you go on? The other question is, how can you not go on? You know, there comes a day, man. Everyone's going to have this day. There comes a day where being average, being mediocre is just sickening to you. It's just sickening. It makes you want to throw up. Because you've seen people with far less talent than you. As you're growing up with them, their childhood buddies, whatever else, they didn't have what you had. Yet now they're fucking to become something that you haven't. There comes that day. It's either when you're young, you know, and it strikes you on the baseball field because you're sick of striking out, or it's when you get fired from your 5th job, you know, and your wife and kids are on your ass because you don't know how to support them anymore. There comes a fucking day where push comes to shove. Where being mediocre, being like average and shit just fucking burns. It sucks so much. You can't deal with it one more day. And you get off your fucking ass. And you create something that's always been there. It's always been inside of you trying to come out. But you've never wanted to unwrap it because there's too much fucking pain and commitment. You were scared you were going to fail. You were scared if you started, you never finish it. You didn't want to tell anyone about it. You knew it was there, but you never wanted to embark on it. Until something fucking hits. You get fired or somebody else gets success, remind you of what you could have been. And then the fucking spark is born. And no matter what happens, I'm never going to be in this boat again. And you get up and you go, even if it gets knocked down, you just keep going, you're a wild man. And life has never been so sweet. That can happen at an early age, it can happen at a later age. It's going to happen to somebody no matter what, it's going to happen to you. And when it does happen to you, thank your lucky stars that finally you're alive. It's time to unwrap the potential you can be. Superior, man. It's within you. It's within every single one of us. And the people that have risen to that level were no different than any one of us. It's just that they believed it and they were willing to work their fucking ass off to get it.